see when we bring on a client is at the top you can always see the post reach, and week on week that needs to be checked as well. A lot of the time it will show a red arrow down, which means that the posts week on week aren't reaching as many people as the week before. So it'll always do the highest. So just say this week it reached 500 people and next week it reached 300, it would go down until it hit over 500 again. And with every post, whether that be paid or non-paid, there's always a business objective and how we're going to implement that on social media. So this was to increase exposure of the post, the click-through rates, and the reach to the current audience that we're following. And on the right-hand side, you can see the reach before and the reach after. And this is organic reach. So this particular client had nearly 500 just over 500 followers on their Facebook, and the posts that we were doing were getting 407, 326 in terms of reach. And this is what we would typically see at the top as well. See one post got 96, another 26, and that's just how many people saw it. They didn't even engage with it. But that's a numerous amount of factors. Like I said, that could be time, it could be the quality of the image, the post itself, the words that they used. So we take that all into consideration, see what they've done before, and then once we post, we know exactly what the followers are looking for and how they want to, what they want to be seeing on their feeds as well. And then clicks as well. Very often when you post a link as well, it's good to know how many people have actually clicked onto that specific link, whether it's back to your website, whether it's to download a voucher. So making sure that you actually know, and then once we posted, we usually get a very good click-through rate from our posts as well. But the business objectives for any single post that you put out is so important, of why you want this post to go out and what you're expecting to come out of it. And then that's the results. Again, this was not paid advertising, so you don't have to pay for advertising if your content is exceptional and it is really good and you have the time to do all the finite details in terms of image, font size, etc. And another successful campaign that we did, was they paid £35 for this particular post, and we kept it running for 2 days. If you are doing paid advertising, no ad should be running for more than 2 days without you going back to at least change the text or the image, or something to make it look different, because in essence, if you have an ad running for 7 days, someone's looking at that particular ad for 7 days running, and Facebook changes so much that you don't want to be seeing the same piece of post for 7 days, because they will click, I don't like to see this post, if they haven't engaged, and then you've lost them automatically. So even if you want to keep it running for 7 days, that particular offer, or 70 days, however long, just make sure you're going back every 2 to 3 days to change an image or text or something to make it look different. And when this client spent £35, they got a reach of 917, and they had about 1,100 Facebook page likes, 35 likes on the post, and 115 clicks through to the voucher that they wanted to promote. Again, this is an example of just an unsuccessful. It's a lot of the time, some opticians are very conservative and they don't want to be talking about anything other than optical news, and there's only so much you can say, about glasses, about frames, about optics, that you can make it exciting. Yes, we can, they didn't want to draw from generic news, for example, a celebrity wearing that brand, they didn't want any of that. So again, this is typically what we would see in that case, is nobody's going to see it, because a lot of the time they would unfollow the post, and then the reach is extremely low. Especially, posts are there because you want people to like it and you want people to engage with it as well. So even if the reach is low, the comments and the shares might be a lot higher. So just distinguishing what you're actually trying to do. Do you want loads of people to see it? And yes, the whole idea of having a post is you want loads of people to see it, you want loads of people to comment, loads of people to share, but the reality is it's probably one out of those in the beginning until you get the content right. So don't focus. I know on the top of the Facebook page, like I showed you, sometimes the number can be low, but just keep checking because it might have, oh, it reached 50 people, but they were great 50 people to reach and they all commented and all shared. So just be mindful of that. An example of an ad here, they spent £5, they had 22 engagements. Engagement again means anything from commenting, sharing, anything they actively did on the post, and it reached over 1,000 people. With engagements, you know, somebody could comment or call in, or, you know, for example, with this, it was a flash sale. So even getting 5 or 6 of those people and actually selling to them would have just been a great return of investment just for £5. So again, you don't have to spend a lot. But I know that some people would have put this, again, like as a post and then boosted it for £5, but this just shows that it will go a lot further if you spend that extra time to target well and have it displayed this way.
Say I had something that had reached 3,000 something people, but then it was also telling me being viewed by 5,500. Why is that figure different?
Yeah, so viewed is anything that they've, if it's on there, if it's come across their timeline, and they've actively scrolled past it, whereas view, reach is it can be anywhere on the page, but they may not have necessarily seen it. Right. But it's on their page when they're scrolling through Facebook. Okay. But yeah, that's a great point because you want to differentiate the difference. Exactly. But views is great. So for an example, when a video goes out as well, and you can see that it has 10,000 people reach, but only 5,000 people actually looked at the video. Yeah. So keep in mind those things as well. Not everyone, just because, yes, the reach is great and you want loads of people to see it, but if they don't do anything with that particular post, then...
With the videos, it also tells you how long they viewed it for.
Yes, exactly, and when they stopped, when they clicked off.
16 seconds, or they've watched the whole thing.
Exactly.